So this video is about getting better at tasting coffee, of course. Now, this came to my mind because when I was in Melbourne last month or earlier this month, I happened to visit a beautiful specialty tea shop. And one thing that I realized over there was tea, and I would love to be corrected if I'm wrong over here, but what I saw and experienced was a tea had more volatile aromas as compared to coffee. So which gives an opportunity for us who are into coffee to learn a lot from the tea market, in the sense to get better at describing, to get better improved nose or better improved palate, and not just tea. So this video is all about getting better in coffee by using other beverages, other food, other experiences, and keep growing in coffee. But the point that I want to make over here is coffee is a super complex product or a very complex beverage to see. And is cupping the coffee enough to be a better taster? My answer would be no. Would cupping be skipped? My answer would be no. So you gotta cup every single day, that's there. But there's more to coffee than cupping. Like, you gotta keep tasting the espressos for sure. You gotta keep pulling out espressos and keep changing some parameter here and there, and then keep tasting it again. So here is what I have observed. One more thing: the home brewers, they've got advantage in many ways, I would say, because I've seen beautiful setups coming up at the home brewing side of things. You could literally start seeing the difference between what happens at 18.5 grams in and what happens at 19 grams in, and you could forget about all the other variables. And why I say that is, when you go to the coffee shop experience and when you go to the cafe setup, your machines are overused, or not overused, they're used enough for you to really know what is a variable that is affecting the coffee. So in a home brewing setup, it's kind of more controlled environment, so you can start doing those experiments over there. Now, coming back to the point, cupping is not enough. Cupping has to be done even though, but you gotta keep tasting the coffees on espressos, on filters, on cold brews for that matter, to be honest. It opens up another world altogether. So same coffee brewed in espresso, same coffee brewed in the filter, same coffee brewed in this. It is not only about knowing the coffee more, but it is also very important for you to know that what all flavors in this coffee could this be having, and then trying to improve one parameter at a time of the brewing method that you're trying to do. So let me give an example. I have a coffee, I make a pour over out of it. I make like 10 pour overs out of it. They taste different, good, fine, nice. I found the best pour over. But I pulled out an espresso, alright? And I figured out that this coffee has got one more added flavor note that could be exposed. Of course, there's no pressure in the pour overs and there are different variables. But it makes me try a little bit more on the pour over side of things and bring out more flavors in coffee. I hope that's making sense to you. So that is what I want to stress on. Apart from that, now let's leave coffee aside. Let's leave coffee aside to be a better taster. To be a better taster, you don't have to just focus on coffee. You've got so many other industries that can help you become a better taster, to develop your palate and use that in the coffee. For example, you've got baking workshops, alright? Expose yourself to those baking workshops where you'll actually understand what is a yeast aroma like, what does a milk chocolate taste like, how there are a lot of things that you can learn, and you can start building your memory bank. Next, you can keep drinking a lot of beers. I mean, who doesn't like that? Keep drinking a lot of beers, stouts and ale and pale ale and all those things, and start having a differentiating factor for the same, so that you can taste better in coffee. Also, another market if you want to see is a wine market. When we are getting influenced, when the coffee industry is getting influenced by wine market for processing the coffee, why not we also go deeper on the tasting side of wine? Like, again, when I was in Melbourne, I went to this place called Chardon, and they had like 5 different wines, and there were tasting notes on that also. It was a little difficult for me to find those tasting notes, so there is an opportunity to learn over there. So have wine, check out the tasting notes, try to believe them, try to find those notes, try to speak to the person who's brewed that or who's hosting you, understand how you can taste it. That will definitely help you improve and get better in coffee. Another interesting thing is these 7 course experience chef meals. All right, those things are something which have been curated really extensively, worked on to with flavors and textures and all those things, and you can start tasting the food over there, where the chef basically explains to you what he has done with or what he or she has done with one ingredient or the other, and how that experience has come out. That also helps you in building up your dictionary and building up your flavor profile. There are 2 bonus tips, or maybe 3-4 of the bonus tips for getting better in tasting coffee. So in order to get better in tasting the coffee, you need to be for getting better in inhaling and smelling and nose. All right, you need to be good at that for sure as well. So because I'll tell you again, I've said in the earlier videos also, but let me tell you, if you close your nose and if you eat something, you won't be able to get any flavor. So that's why you need to have, not that's why, but if you have a better nose, I've seen people do get better tasting as well. Other things that you can do for getting better in coffee is go to the supermarket. Visit a supermarket, put a blindfold, start picking up things. Go to the right section, right? Start picking up things, start smelling it, start trying to name it. Have a friend with you, or else you'll get lost in the supermarket or fall down. So start smelling it, pick up a fruit, pick up a vegetable, try to smell, try to notice the aroma, try to see the experience, name it. Other thing that you can do is you can go to soap making workshops, go to essential oil making workshops, keep smelling a lot of things. That's going to be helping you out a lot. And of course, like tea is a different horizon altogether. So that's one market that we should definitely focus on to learn from there and apply in the coffee. So why this video is being made is that we've been looking at coffee, or maybe a lot of people have been looking at coffee in a very solidarity manner. Like, okay, you got to get better in coffee, just keep tasting coffee. Keep tasting coffee. Yes, you have to do that. No questions, no negotiations on that. Same coffee, brew it in espresso, filter, cold brew, manual brew. All these things, do that. Go to the wine pairing workshops, go to cheese making workshops, go to baking workshops, go to breweries, go to wineries, all these places, chefs' experiences. Go to these places to build your memory bank and build your palate even more. This will definitely help you in getting better in coffee. It will be great if you share this channel across, because we want more people to watch it. We want more people to like it. And yeah, thank you so much.